show you how some children change in behavior, in activity, and in appearance because of some environmental factors. The first youngster we want to show you is a little 3-year-old boy, and we're going to see what happens to him after he drinks orange juice. Isn't it surprising that he changes this much, this quickly, and in this way? Now let's look at this 5-year-old boy who is being tested for chlorine. Notice how nice he is before he's tested. He's adorable. And now look at him. He's trying to fight his father. He's actually frothing at the mouth. He's trying to hit his dad. He's hollering. He's uncontrollable. Would you believe that this could happen to a youngster from one drop of a chlorine allergy extract? Now let's look at this little 3-year-old boy. He's going to eat some sugar cubes. He eats about 6 or 8 of them. And within 20 minutes, look at what happens to him. He's obviously irritated. He's angry. He is not acting the way he should. And when we give him the correct dilution of sugar, look at him. He's adorable. Now let's look at this 8-year-old boy. He's being tested with an allergy extract for strawberry. Look at how he acts. He is so angry. He almost looks demonic. He wants to bite his mother. At one point he put his finger in her eye and he said, "Fine." Let's look at this youngster. We're testing this boy for sugar. His mother has to physically hold him down because he's trying to bite her, he's trying to hit her. What do you think would happen if she let loose?
Pretty crazy, right? And by the way, these videos were recorded like 35, 40 years ago. You think anything's changed? If you're a parent and your child is having behavioral issues, the first thing you want to consider when the child goes off the beam is what was the last thing that went into that kid's mouth? Even if it was a Tic Tac. If you pay attention to the things that your child consumes as it relates to their behavior, it will be an eye-opening, come-to-Jesus moment for you, and it will change your life. And by the way, it's a delayed reaction. It's 15, 20, 30 minutes after the kid eats the food or is exposed to the environmental toxin that they have a reaction. It's not immediate, which is why parents miss it. And your doctor has never told you about this because your medical doctor has their head so far up their rear end, they're completely oblivious to this.
To show you
Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 13. It says, "And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I have driven them." First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. The honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone that teach and were well, and as always, peace and salutations, all right, to the elect. All right, so Brother Benaiah from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. It's going to be a quick lesson, man. Just straight to the point, all right, and you can see, all right, the effects that this food, all right, is having on these children. And, you know, the dude at the end of this video was basically saying this was about 30 to 35 years ago, all right, and we know that nothing changed, you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit that was in the food back then is still in the food in these times here in 2025, all right, and this devil has even added more things to it, all right? We're in the era of ultra processed foods, you know. Esau has fast foods. He makes a life to where, you know, you never have any time. So, you know, people you know, this fast food is more convenient for the average American to go get. All right. And what does the average American family do? Well, they go and get fast food. All right. From after working an 8 to 10 hour shift. All right. Or maybe even more. You know, you come home, you're tired and you don't feel like cooking. What's the first thing? All right, that they're going to want to do is go get fast food. Why? Because it's convenience. It's already made. You just pay for it. You're out the door and you're back home and you're eating. But the same food is destroying you, man. You see? And this Ezekiel 4 and 13 shows you that, you know, this is a prophecy that shows that we will be forced to eat defiled or unclean or corrupted food. All right. In these times, wherever we scattered it, man. You see? Which the mass majority or the bulk of the Israelites are over here in America, you see. So it's very important, and it's been on the spirit of the apostles, all right, on our elders, all right, of telling you brothers and sisters out there to, you know, try to eat the best of the worst, man. You know, stay away from these ultra processed foods, stay away from these fast foods, you know what I'm saying? Which we know these things are convenient, but hey, it's destroying you, man. You see, it's destroying you. You gotta understand who you're dealing with. All right. And this is all another strategy of the devil. OK. Because even every other way in life, you know, you got to understand, man. I want to grab this real quick, too. I want to grab another. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see, what did I find it at, man? Chick was talking about Salakia, man. Is this it? Okay, yeah, let me pull this real quick, but this is not, I can't find the video that I was looking for. But basically, you know what I'm saying, they was showing Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, this man and this woman was showing how Chick-fil-A is basically, you know, they have, you know, chemicals in it that's tied to like silicone caulking, gasoline, you know, all in, you know, in their dips and, you know, shit like that. And, you know, Esau make it to where with his food, with his FDA, you know, he'll make it to where it's allowed. A certain amount of these chemicals are allowed in small portions, you know what I'm saying? But you got to understand that people are constantly eating this shit every day. So it's not in small portions. If you eat it, you know, if you're constantly eating this thing, you know, these small things add up, man. You see, and that's why you see a lot of, you know, America is the biggest place on the planet Earth. Here it is. It's one of the, if not the wealthiest country in the world. All right. But it's also the most populated of sick, you know, cancer is at an all-time high over here in America. You know what I'm saying? Due to these foods, man. And a lot of these illnesses can be healed. All right. Via the food, man. Like the scriptures tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. Let's go to it. And I have something pulled up in Chat GPT that I wanted to get as well. Real quick, man. Let me see. Salakia, man. This is Ecclesiastes 38 and verse 4. It says, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Yeah, you see. Let me jump up a little bit too. Let's jump up to 3. It says, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great man he shall be he shall be in admiration. All right. This is the point. It says, Shalaki. Yeah, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth. It says, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Yeah, you see, the Lord have made medicines out of the earth, man. You see, you have particular herbs, you know, bitters, you know, and also food, man. Food is medicine, you see. And like I said, that's why it's been on the spirit of the apostles and our elders to push to you brothers and sisters about, you know, getting your health in check, you know, stop, refrain from eating all the time, because this shit is worse, man. We're not, hey, the elder Yashawamba said all the time, man, the food is not the same. All right, as it was before, and even back then it was still bad, but it's, you know, it got worse. All right, we're in the year 2025. You know, you can guarantee that the shit is worse. You know, I think one of the brothers had mentioned, or it may have been the elder Yashawamba, who was like one orange or one apple. You know, back then in the you know, back then, you know, compared to the times now, it would take like 20 damn apples or oranges to you know, to equal what an orange was back in the 80s, man. You see, showing you, all right, the decline of the food, man. You see, with the decline of everything of this world going down, all right, it's only you know, common sense that the food will go down as well. Everything, the morality of the people, all right, the food and the water, man. You see, because the scriptures say that what? Let's go to Sirach chapter 39 real quick. Is it 39? Maybe it's 29. Salakia. Let's go to 29. Maybe having it backwards. Let's try 29 first. Sirach chapter 29. All right. Let me see. All right. In verse 21, it says, the chief things for life is water, bread, and clothing, and a house to cover shame. All right. I'm going to read that same verse in the GNT. So let's go to it real quick. Sirach chapter 29, all right, in verse 21, it says, the necessities of life are water, food, clothing, and a home where you can have privacy. Right. You see, so the necessities of life, or the chief things of life, is water and food and clothing. All right. And these things have been weaponized, man. You see, because as the scriptures say in the book of Job, chapter 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So he has used your necessities of things that you know that man needs to live. All right. Food and water. All right. And he's turned them into a weapon. You see. because you can guarantee that the water is, the foul. It is, everybody knows about that. You see, the food, even your clothing, all right, was turned into a weapon to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever just read the back of your clothing of your tags that's on your t-shirts, man, or that's on your your pants or your shorts? It'll tell you that particular materials that's in this fabric can cause cancer. You see? So why the hell would this man allow these particular things to be bought at the stores? Why is he allowing these particular things to be eaten? All right, to be put in the food. Okay, why? Because he's the devil. All right, he's the devil. All right, why did he allow GMOs? Because he's the devil, man. Okay, but all these things have been turned into like I say, a weapon. You see, the scriptures tell you in Mark 16 and 18 what that they shall eat. If they eat or drink any deadly thing, it shall not harm them. You know what I'm saying? So why would that prophecy be necessary unless there would be hidden things in the food? You know what I'm saying? In the end times, you see, the food and water will be secretly poisoned. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the times that we coming into, man, because he's going to make food more scarcer. We know that it's about to be a famine. You see, which ultimately the Lord is sending it. OK, but he's going to use this devil. All right. Because he's heaping them to himself, all the farmland, you see, and he's doing this to gain control. OK, but not to get too far off subject, man. Let's go to this Chat GPT. I'm going to read a little bit of it, man, and then we can get up out of here. So I said the standard American diet be what the Bible says to eat. I don't forgot what typo, Salakia. But it says the standard American diet are sad. Hey, ain't that a coincidence? Sad. And that's right. That's why you got a lot of people depressed, man. You see, because of these chemicals and the drugs that's in the food, man. You know, niggas get sad and, you eat the food. It tastes good. But an hour or two later, you know what I'm saying? You back hungry like you haven't even ate shit. You know, and then shit high in calories. That one fucking meal is damn near 1,400 calories. You know what I'm saying? You eat that one thing. And people just constantly eat three and four times a day, all right, with snacks in between, man. You see, that's why people are so obese. You know what I'm saying? And they ass is sad, man. Sitting on the couch like Eddie Murphy and Nutty Professor, man. We just go to the store and we buy those little bag of candy. And as soon as you eat them, you feel just like that bag, empty inside. Just through, man. But it says, I'm gonna read this, man. The standard American diet, which is high in processed foods, sugar, unhealthy fats, and excessive meat, does not align with what the Bible says to eat. You see, so even this whole way of America is even the eating, the fucking diagram of the fucking pyramid of what you should eat. Even that shit is that shit is not lining up with the Lord, man, and what the Lord requires in the Lord's standard, man. You see. Either furthermore proving the point of who this damn man who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High. You see, it says, in fact, scriptures and the Apocrypha warn against many of the common elements in this diet. Let's break it down with precepts. So it goes to get the precepts. Number one, the SAD promotes eating large portions of meat, fried foods, and sugary desserts. Sirach 37:29, be not unsatiable in any dainty things, nor too greedy upon meats. All right, it says too much meat and indulgence in rich food is condemned. Moderation is biblical, right? And these people in America don't have moderation because this place is about fulfilling the lust of your flesh, man. Every time you get the urge to want to put something in your mouth, you do it. And these foods are designed to make your brain think like that, man. You see, you'll eat something, you're so used to the way it tastes, you think you like the way it tastes, but it's really the chemical that's in the food, all right, that's got you hooked, man. We living in everybody is hooked on drugs, man. Whether they actually doing hard drugs or they taking pharmaceuticals or they eating the food because the food got drugs in it, all right? It says processed and defiled food. Much of the SAD includes GMO foods, preservatives, pork, and shellfish, all things forbidden and defiled in the Bible. All right, then it gives its scriptures, all right? But I'm just going to jump down and read for time's sake. Biblical diet is balanced, clean, plant-based foundation. All right. Let me see. So let's get the conclusion. It says the conclusion. The standard American diet is actually contrary to the Bible. It promotes gluttony and greedy eating, includes unclean meat, food, shrimp, and crabs filled with chemically altered and defiled food, lacking moderation and discipline. You see, and that's exactly, all right, what this place promotes. And I got another one, man, where I asked ChatGPT what the devil basically weaponized food, man. I'm going to get to the conclusion for this and I'm going to end it off, man. Okay, it says, where is it at? Okay, yeah, this is it. It says, how is this happening today? It says, processed foods equal high in chemicals, low in nutrients. Right, that's right. That's why your body is craving it. And the hour passed by, you ate a whole fucking meal. An hour or two later, you back hungry like you ain't ate shit. That's because that food is lacking nutrients, man. Okay, it says water often contaminated with heavy metals, fluoride, and pharmaceuticals, forming soil stripped of minerals, crops genetically modified. It says lifestyle diseases. It says directly linked to diet, obesity, diabetes, and cancer. Right, and all these things can be fixed, all right, by the switch of a diet. But like that man was saying about the doctors, they're not gonna tell you this thing. Why? Because there are physicians, like it says in the book of Job. This whole medical system that we see today was founded by J.D. Rockefeller, man. You see, and we know who that damn devil is, man. You see, so you know it was all about money and keeping the people sick. You see, so a lot of these things that our people, you know, I got to take my high blood pressure medicine, or I got the gout. I got to go get some medicine for the gout. I had a nigga tell me that at work, man. Yeah, my gout kicking up, man. I got to go to the doctor and get some medicine. I wanted to say, nigga, no, you need to change what the fuck you eating. You know, a lot of this shit could be a lot of the earth, man. The earth problem is that the law, statutes, and commandments are not being used to govern the earth, man. You see, that's why when Yahweh Shah comes back, the law, statutes, and commandments are going to govern the earth, and the earth is going to flourish, man. Okay, it says all these things shorten life, damage the body, and dull the mind, right? Making you dumb, making it harder to serve the Most High. Woo, man, don't it? So it says conclusion. Yes, Satan weaponized foods and water because he knows the body is the temple. A sick and distracted people can't serve the Most High fully. Deception through food is subtle, hidden, and widespread. Yeah, all these but fucking names on the back of the damn carton that you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I can't even pronounce a damn name. You know, it has fucking 24 letters in one damn word. You know, and people don't look at that. People don't look these things up, man. You know, the Jake don't look this stuff up, man. And you go to the average Jake household family, all of their shit is ultra processed, man. Kids eating goddamn Nutty Buddy bars, you know, goddamn Airheads, everything in there. When you can be feeding your child something with the real candy of the earth, man. Fruits, you know, dates, you know what I'm saying? Figs. You can be feeding raisins. You know, them golden raisins. You can be feeding your children, particularly the real candy, man, that the Lord made. But our people, they want to substitute that for Esau's candy, man, because it's addictive, man. All right. It says deception through food is subtle, hidden, and widespread. This is why returning to biblical the dietary law and seeking clean water and fasting are more important than ever. Yeah, and the Elder Yahshua been pushing that, man. You see. Start trying to fast, you brothers and sisters out there, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, you know, fast for, you know, we ain't saying you're going to super fast. I'm going for 7 days. No. You see, you can do intermittent fasting. It's try to eat as less as possible, man. The less you eat, man, the more healthy you'll become. You know what I'm saying? It gives you your gut, your stomach, all right, a break. It gives you particular organs in your body a chance to break down the food, all right, and have time to rest. You know what I'm saying? Fasting can actually, you know what I'm saying, rewind the clock, you know, and there's studies that show that. But I didn't want to make this too long, man. I'm going to grab one more and I'm going to end it off. All right, this is Sirach. I'm going to read this in the GNT. Sirach chapter 37. And Lord willing, this lesson, you know what I'm saying, records, man. My phone be tripping. All right. I'm going to start at 27. It says, my child, as you go through life, keep your appetite under control and don't eat anything that you know is bad for you. You see, don't eat anything that you know is bad, brothers. You sisters out there too. It says all food doesn't agree with everyone, and everyone doesn't like the same kind of food. Don't feel that you just have to have it all sorts of fancy food, and don't be a glutton over any food. If you eat too much, you'll get sick. If you do it all the time, you will always have stomach troubles. Yeah, you see. So a lot of this stuff, a lot of sickness is caused by what we eat, and we eating too goddamn much, man. Or we eating the wrong things, and even eating a lot of the right things. Anything, you know what I'm saying? Too much of anything can be bad for you, man. Let me just say that. All right. So do the best, you know what I'm saying, that you can do, man. You know, if you know you don't supposed to be eating no bullshit. So try to, you know what I'm saying? You at the goddamn Chick-fil-A every lunch break, man. Nah, don't do that. You getting a damn Whataburger, you know, or In-N-Out. You see? But let's read this last verse. Gluttony has been the death of many people. Avoid it and live longer. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors unto the apostles who bear millstone and teach them well. And as always, peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.